In this video, I'm going to talk about how my first 6 months writing for Medium.com has been. So awesome. This video is brought to you by all my Patreon supporters. Go Team Awesome! Yokoso peeps, it's Oz. If you haven't seen my video where I talk about my first month on Medium and how much money I made, definitely check that out first so you can see how much progress I made in this video. You can click on the card or the link in the information section to watch that video. In this video, I want to tell you month by month how many articles I wrote compared to how much money I made. Also in this video, I want to give you some tips on how to be a writer on Medium.com if you're interested and how to be more successful. So I think in that video in the first month, I had written about 17 articles, but I'd only made about, I think, $4. And the cost to become a member of Medium is $5, so I actually lost money by writing articles. And that was a big shock to me because I spent maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours per article, and I wrote like 17 articles, and out of all that tons of hours that I spent, I could have probably made more money if I just stand out on the street and begged or just looked around for money on the floor. Anyway, that was then and this is now. So before we begin, I just want to let you know that I have a free newsletter that I send out once a month. In that newsletter, I usually answer a question of the month, have some links to videos that are not available on YouTube, as well as links to stories that are a little bit on the darker side of Japan. If you're interested in the free newsletter, the link is in the information section below. So let's get to the monthly breakdown of my Medium. Like I said, in September, my first month, I wrote 17 articles. Out of those 17 articles, only 2 were curated. Curation means that the editors that work for Medium chose those articles to be, I guess, curated and put into special topic sections. That means that there's more likely a chance that someone will come across your article. It'll be in a specific topic location. So if people are searching for that topic, it should pop up and you will most likely get more views. And since it was my first month, even getting curated twice was a surprise for me. In October, I wrote 11 articles. So I wrote 6 less articles than I did in the first month. But out of those 11 articles, once again, 2 articles were curated. But for some reason, when I heard curation, I thought it was like automatic gold. As soon as you get curated, suddenly your account blows up and it's kind of like going viral. But it's not like that at all, because both articles in September and October that got curated made almost virtually no money for me. So actually I did surprisingly well, considering in September I made minus money. In October I made a total of I think $63, but then after taxes it was about $40 because Medium takes a 30% cut because I live in Japan. In November, I did the same thing. I pretty much wrote 1 article every couple of days or every 3 days. So I did 11 articles for that month. And once again, I got curated only twice. So in November, I made about $124 US, but after the 30% tax cutting, it was about $86. I pretty much doubled what I made in October. And in December, I guess I was kind of busy with work and Christmas holidays and stuff, so I didn't have a lot of chance to write too much, so I only wrote 7 articles in December. And once again, I got curated for only 2 articles again. So every month I kept getting curated only twice. But considering I only wrote 7, that's not a bad ratio. And this time, the actual 1 article that got curated did really well. It was, I guess, my big money maker. That article that got curated got over 1,000 people reading it. And so it made almost $200. So in December for me, I did really well considering this was my 3rd or 4th month on Medium. I made $247 before tax. It sounds like I made a lot of money, $250 pretty much, but after taxes and everything, I only make $170. It sounds like a huge tax cut, but like I said, it's better than nothing. I know I'm in Japan. If I was in America or Canada, I'd probably make more money. There'll probably be a less tax cut. But once again, I doubled the money that I made the month before, so at least it's the trend is going in a good direction. So in January, it was the new year, I had more time, and I was kind of like building up on the momentum that I had with December, so I wanted to keep that going. So I decided to write about 10 articles, so about 1 article every 2 or 3 days. And once again, I got curated only twice. I started noticing a theme, and I was wondering, am I only being curated twice because that's like a quota that the editors have on me, or that's the only amount of articles that they read of mine, or is it just that 2 articles per month are good enough to be curated? I have no idea and I don't know the answer. So in January, I made about $225. So the good news was for the last couple of months, I'd been making more than $100, which is what Medium says is rare. According to Medium, only 7% of all writers on Medium make $100 or more. So that leads me to my 6th month and the shortest month, February. It was a short month, but still I was able to write 8 articles. And surprisingly, 4 of the 8 articles got curated, which means I was like a 50% curation rate. It was the first time in 6 months that I got curated more than twice for that month. I ended up making $164 before taxes, still making over $100 per month, which is good. So in the end, it looks like as long as I keep writing articles consistently and keep getting curated twice or more per month, I should be able to keep above the $100 mark each month. And all my other old articles are still making a little bit money here and there. So the more articles I write, the more they'll accumulate, and I'll hopefully start going up each month, regardless of if I get one big, huge hit or not. The main thing is if I want to keep my, revenue growing and my momentum growing, I have to keep writing articles. One thing I found difficult was followers. I started with, of course, 0 followers, and in 6 months, now I'm up to about 350 followers, which sounds good, but I think in the first 3 months, I made like 300 followers. And then for the last 3 months, I only gained 50 followers. So my following base slowed down. So I'm wondering if that's one of the reasons why I don't get a lot of reads on articles, because I don't have a lot of followers. I get the same people kind of reading my articles, which is good because that means those viewers or readers are really loyal and they like my articles, so they keep coming back. But I don't know how to get fresh eyes on my new articles. I thought curation would help me with that, but it doesn't seem to help me increase my followers too much. Anyway, I'm not very good at the marketing aspect of things, so I don't know how to gain a following so well. And though that's my weakness, I guess my good point is I know how to write and I know how to, format the story the way that would be more, attractive to curators. So that's what I'm going to tell you about now, how you should write your articles or how you should make your articles look in order for them to hopefully get curated. The first thing I would recommend to do is, if you do want to be a writer on Medium, is unless you have a niche already that you definitely want to do, I would go and write as many different topics as you can, whether it be like articles on dating or current news topics or movies or crime or whatever your passion is. Maybe write about 4 or 5 different things and see which one gets the most positive feedback. If you're getting a lot of claps, which is what it's called on Medium for like a thumbs up. If you're getting a lot of claps and a lot of responses and a lot of views on, say, for example, dating, maybe then try to focus your writing as much as you can on articles about dating. Write good titles and subtitles. In Medium, you can see a title and then underneath like a grade subtitle. I think both of them are important, because if you write a good title but the subtitle doesn't really say much more, then people might not click on it. So you kind of want to have to connect the title with the subtitle. You don't want it to say the same thing. So if you want to say like 5 rules for dating and then the subtitle rules for dating advice, it's kind of the same thing, so maybe it's not that interesting. But maybe something like how I get girls, and then underneath the subtitle, 5 rules of dating, something like that. The next big thing that people see is the picture. So you want to use a good picture. I would recommend either using a picture you have of yourself, like of your own, in your own life, or if you have to use like a image, don't use Unsplash, because everybody on Medium pretty much uses Unsplash. So use Pexels or Pixabay. For curation, I definitely recommend you have some kind of theme in your article. Usually an intro and conclusion would be a good idea. So, and in the intro and conclusion, you kind of want to say the same thing, but you kind of want to have almost like some kind of like social issue or social theme connected to it. I noticed that all my articles that get curated always have something connected dealing with like gender issues or race or some kind of social issue like climate or something like that. Finally, formatting, you should use bullet points. You should break it up with pictures and titles and subtitles and quotes. and make the paragraph shorter because people don't want to read giant, huge paragraphs online. So basically cut it up to make it very simple, like spoonfuls. I think if you do these things, it'll increase your reading, increase your views, hopefully increase your followers, and hopefully increase your revenue as well. Anyway, that is my update on my 6 months on Medium. Hopefully I'll make another one of my year on Medium, and hopefully things will be even better. Take care and see you next time. Peace. See? You can't win, bro. You can't win, bro. You can't win.